Hey guys, welcome to dinner to Two Girls
One mukbang. It's Butters
and
Bears.
Bears.
Thank you for joining us for dinner tonight. We are having mostly vegetable pizza. There's a little bit of chicken sausage on here, but it's pretty much vegetable pizza. I will show you. It is hotter than heck. So I have to borrow the napkins to show you this. Oh,
Big
boy.
monstrosity.
Look at this amazingness.
Lots and lots of goodness in that. We got cauliflower, we got homemade sauce. There's also zucchini, some cilantro, black olives, and the sausage.
Yes. It looks absolutely delicious. She made the crust from scratch.
This is take 2 of pizza crust because the first time it was supposed to be a thin crust and it didn't end up being a thin crust. So I just don't think I worked the dough enough. And this time it actually turned out to be a thin crust.
Thin crust.
So we're really excited to do thin crust pizza tonight. A real one.
We're so glad you could join us. I have my favorite Red Rooster hot sauce.
And I have my favorite rice milk.
That's right.
Love rice milk.
It's a must. Red Rooster, a must.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
I get the mini bottle over here.
Yeah, we have to have 2 bottles or it's not going to work out.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's
Here
get
we
our
go.
first piece.
Oh, man.
Pizza.
And she doesn't like tomatoes as much as I do, so we had to not give her as much tomatoes as mine.
That's right.
Let's see how this is gonna work out.
She's getting ready to play hockey with the
Yeah, we'll see.
with the sauce dish.
We'll see how this comes out. This is a huge
Pizza.
Pie
It's like an
tin.
18-inch pizza.
This is mine.
Oh, my bad. Oh yeah, because there's a ton of tomatoes
There's a ton
on
of
it.
tomatoes.
Never mind. Never
Ton
mind.
of tomatoes. I'm gonna get you one that has not as many tomatoes.
Yes, please.
Oh man. I hope you guys are having a good day out there.
I know we're having a pretty good day. Just got home from work a little bit ago. It was a pretty busy day. Traffic was like typical LA traffic's always big thumbs down. In the morning it's a big thumbs down. The only time it's like tolerable is what?
Between traffic
Between traffic times. So 10 o'clock to 10:30.
Here's your piece.
Thank
Look at
you.
this. Look at this deliciousness. Oh my
I want to see the
gosh.
bottom of that crust. Ooh, looks so good. We put
Yep.
a bunch of cornmeal at the bottom as well.
On the bottom.
This ended up working out to be a really good thin crust, and you can lift it up, no problem.
Yes. We'll make a cauliflower crust pizza. That's delicious, but you can't lift it up because you can't. How is it, Bomb? Really good.
Can't talk. Eating.
Oh my gosh, this looks so good.
Oh, there's no looks about it. It is.
Oh, it's so good.
I like to add crushed chilies to mine. Even when I used to eat other types of pizza and stuff like that, I always used to like the crushed chilies.
Yeah, I agree. That is good. Some garlic salt, please.
So I don't know how everybody else's week has been going so far, but as we know, getting ready towards week 3 of the NFL season,
That's right.
which is great. We're looking forward to our football games. Like all season, we're like stoked.
We can't wait. Oh my gosh, this is so good.
Oh.
Like in the pizza crust, I made a spice mixture. Like rosemary and basil and oregano, and garlic and onion powder and majoram, a couple other spices I can't quite remember. Anyways, the spice mixture in the dough makes it taste like, what is that bread? focaccia.
No, focaccia.
Focaccia.
Focaccia bread.
Focaccia bread, yeah.
Yeah, it totally does.
Yeah. It's definitely a labor of love to make your own pizza crust and to slice up all the toppings and to put the toppings in like a marinade of olive oil and spices. There's layers of flavor, and the sauce has its own spice mixture too, so many layers and time of flavor, but well worth it.
So an interesting story. So we decided to do a little series called our Weirdo series, or like our Weird Encounters series. So my whole entire life, ever since I was young, I always seem to attract like real crazy people around me. Well, present company included.
Because you're crazy, that's why.
Yeah, that's true. I am
What you
kinda crazy.
manifest in your outer world is a reflection of your inner self.
Yeah.
So you're crazy. But we're all crazy in our own way. It's just finding someone who meshes your crazy to their crazy, and it becomes normal.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is like just random encounters with people that you just happen to bump into or happen to come up and talk to you or just happen to be at the right place at the wrong time. So we know, and I'm sure you know, that Walmart is like super, super like top notch when it comes to the tweaker count. But we found another great place to find tweakers. So not that long ago, Little Bears and I, we were down at the 99-cent store. There's a million of them in the valley. You go to any one of them, I'm sure you'll find the same thing. But when we were there was this woman who was all tweaked out, and her son.
Hold on. They rode bikes.
Oh yeah, they rode
They rode bikes
too.
from like far away to get there because they came in. We were already there. We were shopping, and they came in on these bikes, like huffing and puffing, like they must have been pedaling down the street miles and miles. And they come in the store. The kid, who's probably 13, this boy, who's obviously her son, takes off his shirt in the middle of the store, grabs a Pepsi,
Starts down
gulping
in the
it
bottom.
down in the middle of the store with no shirt on. And it's like wintertime. It's like January. December or January.
Yeah, it was around December or January at the time.
So, they come in the store on the bike, grab the Pepsi, gulping it down, no shirt. And the mom was all tweaked out of her mind.
Oh my.
Looking for this, looking for that. Where's the mayonnaise? Where's the granola bars? Do you know where the sugar is? Just going so quick, 1,000,000 miles an hour. You think she'd be exhausted after bike riding?
She couldn't have cared
So
what
many
her son
miles.
was doing.
No.
She couldn't have cared what he was doing. He could have been like, he could have drank the whole case of friggin' soda out of there, and she wouldn't even have cared at all.
She wasn't even paying attention to what was going on. Or that he was half naked and at least 270, 300 pounds with no shirt on in the midst of winter. So then, one of the shoppers there, some African-American guy, he's just shaking his head. He's like,
You need to be putting your clothes on.
Boy, this is what he tells him. He's like, boy, you be putting a shirt on. No, ain't nobody want to see that. That's what he told the kid.
Oh my god, it was the best. Because
the
we were
mom-
thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah. So the mom of the boy heard this, and tweaker aggression at full force. She comes in like a mother hawk.
Oh my
And tells this guy, don't be telling my son nothing. Don't be telling my son nothing about how I raised him. Like, man, no one want to see that. That's disgusting. They were going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It was the weirdest tweaker situation
But that always seems to happen.
ever. So finally, he just looked at her like, this is pathetic. I'm just gonna take off. The kid finally put the shirt back on, popped the Pepsi and some other tweaker crap, like a bunch of candy.
That kid,
And we're on their merry way.
that kid had bigger titties than I did.
I know. He did.
He had bigger titties than I did. He was sitting there, and I'm telling you, it just totally traumatized me.
I know. It was just the funniest situation, but we always get entertaining scenarios. Scenario.
It's like potato,
Potato,
tomato,
potato.
tomato, right?
Yeah. Oh my god, so good. So on our pizza we have sauce. We put spices in and herbs. Then we have the next layer, cauliflower, marinated in olive oil and spices. Next layer, cilantro. I know you're saying, why would you put cilantro on pizza? Huh? Trust me.
It's good. Unless you're
When
one
it
of those
roasts-
people, unless you're one of those people who don't like cilantro.
That's true. When it roasts, it's absolutely delicious. The cauliflower, you're just like, oh. Then, after that, tomatoes, olives, zucchini, sausage, and garlic salt. Oh my god, so many layers of flavor. It's like crispy on the bottom. So amazing.
So I mentioned the other day that I had to buy a few parts to fix my car, which I haven't even bothered to do yet because I've been busy carpooling instead. But here's some like other weird people and weird things that happen. So I'm in at the O'Reilly Auto Parts, and I'm just doing what I need to do, getting in and out, getting as quick as I can, because I don't want to be in there any longer than I have to. And all of a sudden, I'm getting ready to ring up my my parts, my cash purchase, and all of a sudden, I get this little text across my phone. I need you out here.
I said, come out here now.
Come out here now. So
And we've been together like almost 4 years, and I've never texted her like,
come out here.
Come out here now! Exclamation! Exclamation! Exclamation!
So
anyways,
I'm walking out the store.
this guy.
When I was getting ready to say, I walk out the store and I roll up on the car, and I see this dude in a motorcycle with like all matted hair, leaning into the window, which is cracked maybe about 4 inches, and she's like having a great old conversation with the stranger. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, hello? I'm like, hey, are you her sister? I'm like, yes. I couldn't have been any quicker on that, because if I would have even said girlfriend in any way, shape, or form, that would have been we would have been sitting there for another hour.
An hour conversation.
At least, because that's happened. We've literally sat there and have had to be there for an hour to explain why we're girlfriends.
The dude literally, it was a hot day, it was a hot afternoon, sitting in the O'Reilly Auto Parts parking lot, hot as could be, had the shade up on one side and the front, so literally all you could see in was the driver's side window, and of course he pulls up on this Harley Davidson right next to me, and I'm just thinking this guy's going to the lavanderia to do his laundry. Nope. He immediately starts to look at him. I know a lurker when I see one.
Because they happen all the time. We go anywhere and there's a lurker. Like usually watching her or watching me or watching us both. And then we have to get really nasty with people.
So he stares into my car. He knocks on the window and he's holding quarters in his hand. And I'm like, oh, he wants money. I crack the window. My doors weren't locked though. Really unsafe. I'll tell my grandmother, she'd be really mad.
You won't do that again.
He's staring in. Do you have a few quarters? And I'm like, I figured I better just be nice with the guy. Maybe he needs to do his laundry. So I give him a few quarters. I think this is the end of it. He says, thank you and bless you. And he takes off. I'm like, okay, he's going to do his laundry. Not even 2 minutes later, he circles back around and knocks on the window, wants to know my name, tells me his name is Steven, and that he wished we would have met at a different time in life. I guess meaning when he was not homeless or had been showered. I don't know. A different time in life, he wished that we had met. So he started this full-on conversation. All of a sudden, I text her, like, come out now, because, like, I don't know where this conversation is leading. He's wanting to wash my car for free for me. I'm like, oh, no. I know what. When guys do things for you, want sexual favors in return. So it makes me nervous. They want to do anything for me. I get very nervous. I don't want to have sex with you if you wash my car for free. So he wasn't a mean guy. He was actually a nice guy.
He was very nice.
But it started getting like a
Weird.
little excessive and weird. And immediately says to her, "Are you guys sisters?" And she's like, "Yes." Very
I'm telling you,
defensive.
I wish I would have had it recorded. Like, yes.
It was ridiculous.
And this type of stuff happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, one of the first times that we ended up going out together, we went down to Ventura,
Here.
down to the pier, and we were going to go somewhere, and the restaurant wasn't even open. But when we were walking out to check to see if the restaurant was open, we had some weird dude on a bicycle circling us.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful sisters. Circling around and around and around, and then he took off.
Singing on this like done-up type bike, like a lowrider bike.
Mm-hmm.
You would never imagine this white tweaker dude riding this bike, circling us, singing. It was just the creepiest situation.
I just don't understand how you didn't think that that date was like the weirdest date.
It was. Our first date was the weirdest. Well, not the weirdest. One of the weirdest. One of the weirdest dates.
Yeah, just the way everything happened, like bang, 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 bang. From the moment we rolled up, from the moment we went out for our day.
We were babysitting a cop's house.
Yeah, we were babysitting a friend of mine's dogs.
You were.
I was. And this one came over to visit. Drove all the way from down South Bay area. Pretty impressed. She rolls up in her car.
My pimp mobile.
Yeah, she rolls up in the Pimp Mobile, and the rest is history.
Yeah, it was true. It was a crazy date.
Yeah, well, and then
We'll
on
save
top
the
of that-
details for another night.
Yeah, we'll actually do a whole episode where we talk about our first date and how weird everything was. Because
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you couldn't make this up. You
Yeah.
couldn't make this up.
It was pretty funny and craziness. Look at this. Time for
Piece
another
number
slice
two.
of deliciousness. I hope you guys are enjoying dinner as much as we are.
Yeah, I'm burping.
How romantic.
I love dinner. Make room.
Make room. Make room for your mom later. Oh. I'll make room for your mom.
There's not enough room in our bed.
That's true. We only have a queen size bed. But
Yeah.
we like it that way.
Yeah, because
Because
you can
she's my
snuggle.
little spoon.
That's true. That is
I'm
so
the
true.
big spoon. She's the little spoon.
Yep.
Yep. That's how we roll.
That's how we have to roll.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
We have blackout curtains too, because if it's the weekend or whenever we can sleep in, we are not getting woken up by the sun.
No way. No way.
Nope.
Doesn't matter if the sun's up at 5 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning. Doesn't matter if it's up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Nope. On the weekend, we're sleeping.
Yep.
Oh my
Sleeping
god,
in.
yes.
And the blackout curtains, the bomb. The bomb.
I made it myself.
She did. That's why I said in another video that we're like Amish. We do everything.
Pretty
a lot
much.
of things by hand. Old school.
Yep.
It's worth the time and the energy because it's like you put so much effort in. Like this pizza, it took us like start to finish, probably close to 3 hours,
Mhm.
2.5 hours, because the dough and everything.
Yep, had to have the
When you're
dough.
eating it, you're just like, oh my god, so good. Mm-hmm. You can pack so much vegetables onto pizza and not feel guilty about eating pizza at all. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yes, this pizza would be really good for old people. For the same reason that they love to drink prune juice.
Makes their bowels move.
Yeah. Code Brown.
That's what you call it when you make it for your grandparents. We'll call it the Code Brown
We call it
pizza.
the Code Brown. Oh my god, they'd be so mad because they'd be at the bathroom like the whole night and we'd be hearing the toilet flush and be all annoyed.
Because we cook organic most of the time and really healthy foods. Sometimes when we give food to her grandparents, it goes right through them.
I'll be so glad to hear that we're telling the world that.
Or they have like constant bowel movements because of our food.
Organic vegetables, they don't even know what to do.
Yeah, right? That's the problem. They don't know what to do. They're too busy taking Metamucil and all their
Yeah,
stuff
prune
instead.
juice or eating dates or sucking on prune flavored hard candies. Old people love hard candies. They do.
I know they do.
I love soft food. I love hard candies. I love Murder, She Wrote, Golden Girls.
They also love Highway to Heaven. And they
Elvis.
also love, and they love the Lawrence Welk Show.
Yep. Dick Van Dyke. Mm-hmm.
The Grand Ole Opry.
I love religious programs.
Oh my god, right?
My grandma has gotten in trouble from my grandpa a few times recently. Because she sees something on the TV that she thinks someone she knows might need, possibly. And a lot of those items you order on TV, you get 2, not just 1. So she orders all this crap and it gets sent to the house. My grandpa gets furious.
One of the best ones that she ordered
Furious.
was an airbrush for makeup. Nobody uses an airbrush. Nobody has a compressor. Nobody has any of that stuff. Nobody.
She had to buy it. It was like $130. Had to buy it.
Oh my god, it was like a must buy. Act now, because if you don't, you'll never get this offer again. But if you take time to think about it, you don't need it anyway.
And then they've got the ticker on the bottom. 19, 18, 17. And she freaks out and she'll start calling, you know? She really does.
Stresses out, oh my god, I'm going to miss out.
I miss out the deal. I'll only get 1 if I don't order it in the next 55 seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like...
Yeah.
Last time I saw her, she told me, my grandmother told me that I could order anything I wanted out of this magazine. And I was excited because my grandmother never says order whatever you want out of anything. Very frugal from the Depression era. They don't waste money on anything. She will literally not order lemonade at a restaurant. Get water, lemon, squeeze it in with sugar, stir it around, and absolutely refuse to pay for lemonade. Like, she's super frugal from that era. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But anyhow, she had told her that she could order whatever she wanted from this book.
Yeah. But she failed to mention that the book was an old people 55 or older healthcare magazine. So everything in this magazine was compression socks for diabetes. There was prostate stimulators and toys. There was commodes. There was stools for sitting in the shower. There were things to cushion your butt if you're sitting on the toilet. There were so many things that I would never even want at this point in life. She thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Order
No way.
whatever you want, honey.
No way I wasn't going to be ordering
Nothing.
nothing out of this healthcare magazine for people that are probably 70 plus or older.
I still think you should have surprised the hell out of her and ordered at least 10 of those prostate wands.
And give them out
And
to all the
started
men
giving
in
them
the
out.
family.
Yep.
And address them from grandma.
Yeah, exactly, Grandma.
Oh my god.
Merry Christmas. Have a very Merry Christmas. Love, Grandma.
My grandmother would be so mortified.
I'm telling you, my grandmother would have friggin' loved that. If I would have did something like that and sent that to all the guys in the family, my grandmother would have friggin' loved it. That was just her jam. She was such a troublemaker, and she was like always up to some type of shenanigan.
So we actually ordered nothing out of her fabulous magazine, unless I wanted to hold on to it for the next 50 years.
By
So I could
then,
use some of this crap.
by then you'll be able to 3D print your own prostate wand,
That's true. If I even had a prostate, sure.
right?
Sure. Prostate wand. Yeah, it was. Speaking of prostate wands, in this magazine, we were laughing because the article about it was saying it's important for men to use a prostate wand because it helps them from not getting prostate cancer. And we were like, really? And there's actually studies done on that, and I was like, wow. So, ladies, it's important to tell your husbands or boyfriends.
All you bottoms out there, keep it up.
To bend over and take it up the whispering eye because it's good for his health. I love that.
Mm-hmm. So our neighborhood has become nothing but a plethora of dogs. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what time you get up in the morning. It doesn't matter if you come home from work. All you hear is barking. Bark, 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 bark. And it's gotten so bad to the point where I've had to friggin' literally print off the city or like the LA County ordinance and leave it in people's leave it on people's doors because they just won't because they won't shut their dog up.
We'll just let them bark. We had a problem before, like a street over, where the dog was barking for 10 hours straight.
Oops.
The dog was barking for 10 hours straight.
It was so annoying.
Finally had to go put that note. Like, we don't want to have to call anyone. Just shut your dog up so other people can sleep.
Respect the neighborhood.
No, people are selfish. It's all about them.
Speaking of them,
Hmm.
all the fireworks and
Oh, yeah.
noises and all that crazy going on in the neighborhood lately. I don't know why.
There's some fight, supposedly, some boxing fight the other night, and Independence Night. And to me, I really don't care.
Especially on
When
the
4th
weekend.
of July comes around, and everyone's, ooh, there's fireworks. What are you doing for 4th of July? Absolutely nothing.
I got a fireworks show in the neighborhood all year round.
There's fireworks shows and fireworks shooting off at least once a night, if not more. When it comes like within 3 months of 4th of July, on one side or the other of 4th of July, the front part or the back part, there's fireworks every single night, multiple times. When there's not fireworks, I'm worried. I'm worried what's going on. Why are they not
Why is
shooting
it so
fireworks?
quiet?
Why is it so quiet? Get used to your environment in some weird way.
I know, it's like just gets really, really loud and you like expect it all the time. You're like, oh, it's 2 in the morning on a Friday night. Sure there's gonna be fireworks.
It's like a massive pizza. Massive. There's no way we're taking this whole
No
thing.
way.
down.
I'm done after this.
Me too.
Oh,
I'm so done. We have some really good stories to tell you guys in the upcoming videos. We have some really funny, ridiculous stories to tell you.
just stupid things we've done.
Things that
stupid
have happened to us.
Yeah, stupid things that have happened to us.
You're gonna
Oh
be
my.
like, oh my. Yeah. I have some funny first date stories that were like horrible. Some crazy things upcoming.
I just get weird stories of people that I interact with all the time. Like, all the time. People are weird.
I know,
I don't know why.
You're weird.
That's okay. So how about any of you guys? Have you guys encountered any tweakers or have any weird stories of your own of just like, you're just minding your own business and all of a sudden something weird happens or weird people come around? We'd love to hear your stories.
We definitely would. And we thank you for coming to dinner with us tonight. We really enjoyed your company as usual. I hope you enjoyed the food. And please, if you like and subscribe our channel, we would be super, super thankful and appreciative to you. Right down here, you can subscribe. It's 2 girls,
One mukbang.
and thank you for joining us again.
Thank you very much.
Mwah. Ah.